65 is your quote right now. All right. When it comes to the economy, it's all about jobs. We know that. 400,000 new jobless claimants last week. So we've kept above 400,000 for 17 straight weeks. And President Obama's policy of spending just isn't making a dent in the jobless picture, is it? So what's the Republicans' plan? Do they have one? Congressman Kevin Brady live with us now from Houston, Texas. Congressman, you're a frequent guest on this program and a valued guest. Can you tell me what is the Republicans' jobs plan? Because I can't find a presidential plan. What's yours?
Well, unfortunately, we know the president's plan on more spending and more debt. It's not working. And all this news, I think, calls for a fresh start. The Republican plan is pretty simple. Get Washington out of the way of the recovery. One, pass the free trade agreements. They can add 250,000 new jobs. Put energy back to work. We're leaving 1 million jobs on the table, U.S. jobs, because we're not accessing the areas with the richest areas of energy, oil and gas productions. Thirdly, we can save some jobs by stopping the president's health care plan. That's about 800,000 jobs. But I still think the most important portion is we have to jumpstart a private business investment in America. That's new buildings, new equipment, new software, new technology.
How do you do that?
That's sitting on the sidelines.
How do you do that?
I think we have to jettison the talk of higher taxes. We need to roll back the regulations that are, I think, killing jobs. And I know there's a lot of talk about uncertainty, but what it translates into, businesses don't think they get a fair chance at a fair return on investment because Washington's going to interfere once they make that investment decision. Until we really make Washington less of the boardroom, the small business rooms in America, we're just not going to see the job creation we really deserve.
That's a fair point. And I listed down what you were talking about here. What is the Republicans' plan? And I'm looking at this list. It doesn't look like you're going to get much of it actually enacted. I mean, you're not going to get fresh oil drilling or fresh energy policy. It's not going to happen. You're not going to be able to roll back Obamacare. Not going to happen. You can't really roll back the rules and regulations on financial reform, for example, or from the EPA. Not going to happen. The one thing you might get would be a cut in the corporate tax rate that might liberate some of that $1 trillion that's sitting overseas. I think that's your realistic possibility.
Well, I think I'm carrying that bill to repatriate that $1 trillion, and I still don't understand why $1 of stranded American profit left overseas is better than $1 bringing it home to invest in the United States. I think that needs to happen this year. It could be a real no-cost stimulus, and we're fighting to do it.
Unfortunately, sir, this is a problem. I'm glad you brought that up because it appears that every logical idea from the trade agreements to what's going on with the FAA and also repatriated profits has been hijacked by the administration. They want an infrastructure bank with that money that belongs to these private corporations. They want the FAAs protecting union jobs and rural airports that nobody uses. So how do you get around that? How do we get a trade agreement done when now the stickler is that we've got to keep $1 billion program in for union workers to get unemployment insurance for 150 months plus insurance? I mean, how do you explain to the public what's really holding up these common sense ideas?
Well, it is hard to, because the public doesn't understand why we're not moving forward with these. The good news, I think Chairman of the Ways and Means Committee, Dave Camp, I think negotiated a path forward along with Senator McConnell and Senator Baucus to move these trade agreements in September. Long overdue. About some are 4 to 5 years in the making and overdue. And the truth is, we got to get out there much more aggressively. Exports, you know, there are very few bright spots in the economy. Exports are doing a little better. That doesn't hit every company in America, but if we can sell American equipment, products, services, it's going to help this economy.
Congressman Kevin Brady, Republican from Texas, thank you very much for joining us, sir. I'm going to cut this short because I want to switch to the market real fast because we are way down. Let me tell you, look at this. We're tumbling. That's 100.